Welcome. I have two twos about to play here. Um, Match of eight ball and for APA. And this is one of the things I want to do with my channel is to bring some pool matches from my teams, and if there's any others that would let me record, I'll do those too. But I like to include everybody. I don't think low levels should be left out because they're low levels. We can they're important to the game just as much as the high levels. So a lot of people enjoy watching the pros better, but we're here on a different format playing, and you're not going to see pros here. So no matter who you're watching, high level, low level, they're still amateurs. But this, like I said, one of the things I want to do with the channel is to do this, to share content about pool. I also have other things I'd like to do, but this is one of my big passions, and I just want to be able to help other people and spread a love for the game that I have, that I've been playing for over 30 years, um, hoping that through this to incorporate a few things in this channel, like to playing pool is my hobby, so I like to do that. I also like to fix things, work on cars, and my goal would be to use this content to fund uh, buying, fixing, and donating cars to people in need. It's something that I've really wanted to do for about 10 years now, and I'm just finally at that point where I just feel like I have to. You know, there's people out there that can't afford to buy groceries and their cars broke down. I work with someone like that. You know, there's nothing saying that I wouldn't be in that position in a year if I don't do something to make a change. So you just never know where life's going to lead you, and I believe that God will get me through. I trust Him for everything, and I believe that He's guiding me to do this. So I want to do this. I want to help people, and with your help, to get the views up, to bring in the money that will purchase these things for these people, where they don't have to pay anything for it. We can just help them, and I don't care about making money off of this. I want to give to the people that need it, not people in situations they've squandered everything and just life of drugs and alcohol and things like that. I'm not looking to make it easier for them to stay in that lifestyle. I'm looking to help the people who are working and through the needs of their children, and uh, just the financial state or of our economy, that it is harder to make ends meet nowadays. So we have an opportunity to help those people, and I think we need to do it. You know, so I'm willing to do the work. I just need your help to watch. That's it, just to watch, and together we can do this. I have no problem doing the work, and just to see the look on people's faces when they had no idea that anybody even thought of them, to know that someone took time and put effort into helping them. Uh, just see that look, and it makes it all worth it. It really does. If you've never done it, try it. Uh, it'll change it. It really will. But that's the introduction of me and what I'd like to do. The other things we have is we have this house here. It was my wife's grandparents' house, and they've passed, and her mother wants us to stay here because it's closer to her. So we have things that we'd like to do here to improve on just the state of the house and everything. And so I'll be doing videos on that, showing some of the remodeling we'll be doing, and we'll be putting a place on the property for her mother so she can sell her house and be over here. So we got a lot of things to do. I got a lot of projects that I can do here. So content is going to be easy to come up with. And I just hope that I entertain you enough to keep you engaged and coming back. And that's pretty much it, you know, I mean, because that's without you, there's nothing. So spread this, the standard, you know, like, subscribe, and share. That's what gets these things out there. Word of mouth is good too. I will settle in on a channel name right now. I'll probably stay with it, honestly, because I like it. It's Chet of all trades. My name is Chet. I do a lot of stuff, and it gives a nice little acronym of COAT. So, like I told my wife, it means I got you covered. So I'm cheesy. I'm fine with it. Been that way my whole life. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy this video. It's not long. It's 30 minutes. So my introduction is just almost a third as long as the actual video you'll be watching. So, like I say, feedback, please. I welcome it. All you can do is help me improve, and that's it. That's it in a nutshell. I just want to help, and I need you for that. So help me help these people, and who knows? Maybe it could be one of you. I'm not going to try to limit it to just my area. If this thing can go, you know, I'll reach out. I'll take, you know, suggestions. I'm drawing a blank here, but submissions from the viewers. You know, if you know somebody who's in that place that needs it, I'd love to do that. You know, so if we can grow it to that point, could be somebody in your area, could, but for now it will have to be close to me. But thank you for watching, and God bless. And without further delay, we will just slide this right over into the video. Okay, I have here my wife in red, and of course she's playing there in the black. They were both
good lag, Jennifer.
What's wrong with it?
She lands better than I do, I swear.
There. Next to the names, skill levels.
It's a 2-2 race.
Turn that volume down. Okay. So we'll have the innings there in the middle marked, and then I will put the games that they win just outside of that. This is a very squeaky chair I'm sitting in. It's a fairly quick match. So they're both twos, so we don't expect a lot from lower skill level players, and so when they do well, we celebrate them. That's the way I like to look at it. And then this girl's still pretty new. She's played, I believe this is her 8th 8-ball match, and then they actually play again in. No, I'm sorry, they don't play again. Jennifer's already played her 9-ball match before this, but Taylor here plays again in 9-ball. And she's not played 9-ball before, so she's not established or anything. So she starts as a 3, so that was you know, we all had to start somewhere, and there we go. She got a pretty good break. She made the 2-ball. I keep forgetting to. Well, actually, no. I streamed this through TikTok at first, and then pulled the recording off of there. Which I'm gonna stop doing that because the video quality does suffer, and it's just it's good enough. But you know, we do this. We want to be able to see pretty good. And I mainly do this so that we can go back and look at how we did in our matches. You know, see where our mistakes were. That's the main reason for doing this. And then I just want to start, you know, sharing the game more, help more people than just those near me, and post some decent matches. That's what I want to do. And if okay, so she went for combo there. I think it was hard to tell, but I don't think the 4 ball moved. This one thing we've been working on is, even when you don't have a shot, you go for placing a ball by the pocket and developing your balls and things that it's harder for a lot of lower skill levels. That if you don't have somebody teaching you the smart way to play, then you're just going to continue what you were doing. And it's nothing wrong with that if you're just having fun. Nothing at all. But if you want to get better, you got to learn how it is that you get better. So she made a good shot there, which is difficult shooting over a ball. But she did good with it. And this is a slower paced game as far as making a decision and then executing. So we bear with them and the time it takes them to decide what they want to do. That's where, like, if they were in the Ultimate Pool League, it would be tough for them because they don't make the decisions as quickly as somebody who's been playing a long time. So that's where the APA is definitely better for them. And each league serves a purpose. APA, I think it still needs tweaking, but it's good for those who are struggling with, they don't know what to do, and just having the ability, because of being a points race in 9-ball definitely helps newer players. Only problem is it creates or takes away the importance of making the winning ball, where 8-ball here still you win the game by pocketing that ball. So she made a good shot there on that 5. And this is where on the video I'm talking there too, and you get after this shot, because I was saying I believe she's got a shot on 6, and then she does this, makes a good shot. Did she leave herself great shape on the 4? No, she's a 2. So she's already made 3 balls in a row. She freed up her last 2, so it was a good thing. It's not always bad when you miss. We look around the 8, that's 4 stripes sitting there on top of the 8-ball, so she's safe. So I'm over here talking to her about that, telling her if she can get a shot on the 8-ball right, on this next time. Sorry, apparently I'm tired. And that her best bet is to break out the 8-ball when she gets to it, because Taylor has so many balls left on the table that you just play the odds game there. Don't recommend doing it against high skill level players, because the odds go quickly away from you when you do that. So she kind of left Jennifer a shot on the 1 ball. And that's fine. I can tell her here that you've got it near her pocket. That's good. So now we just need to focus on the 4 and the 8. That's going to be your next 2 things. And yeah, watch telling me time to get moving. I just sat down here. Just grabbed this chair and moved it over. But so she's getting a timeout. That's a 5. That's coaching her. I played her just before this match. She's a good shot. Went 5-1 between me and her. We had a really good defensive game on the last one. I'm gonna try to get that edited and posted too. And but I think it's good to show some lower skill levels playing, as to not, we can't forget that we all started down here. Nobody picked up a cue and was a pro. We all started with figuring things out, and some of us figure it out faster than others. And of course, some of us never figure it out. That's it's a, any game. I'm definitely not a good golfer. Uh, so, there's so many intricacies that you don't think about when it's like, oh, look, you just hold that stick and point it and shoot it. But when you get in here doing this, you realize that there's so much more to it than that. And that's where you should still be able to appreciate the lower skill levels and recognize what they're going through to learn this game, just like we did. And people like I came up through when there's no YouTube and everything to help you. So that's one of the biggest things. Nobody would help me back then. You had to put money on the table in order to get a good player to play where I was. So you had to be willing to lose some money to learn the game, unless you had somebody that was willing to coach you, which was few and far between of people that were willing to do that. And I have not marked a single inning here. We just won't worry about it. They ended up in the 20s, I think it was, on the total innings. We'll just mark the score. I'm still new to this editing and keeping track of scores and on the videos. I don't have a problem doing it that well. I lie. I'm a terrible scorekeeper. I will have to go and double check with the other team. You get so used to keeping scoring 9 balls. Every shot you're doing something. And 8 ball, it's at the end of the turn. It's so easy to forget because there's just really nothing going on. And I'll look down and be like, oh, you know what? I'm keeping score. So I should probably figure out what's going on. And here I was about to call a timeout because I didn't know that she could even see that 4 ball. But apparently she can, because I think I was already standing up waiting for her to call a timeout. And she said, no, I got this. I'm shooting it left-handed. So she gets the 8 ball first, which with a situation like this where the ball doesn't go, it can be the kiss of death because they still have balls on the table that they can hide you behind, and you have to shoot that 8 ball. So there is that. I don't like that part of it, but it is part of it. I've lost a lot of games running out to the 8 ball off the break and not getting a shot on it, and then they're just wide open. There's nothing in their way. And generally speaking, because here I'm telling her, next shot you get, just shoot the 8 ball into the 10 there in the corner. Call that pocket. If it goes, great, you win the game. If it doesn't, that's fine because it's going to sit right in the pocket. But we got another timeout. And for the life of me, I can't remember her name. See her in all the time. Talk to her. Man. Cannot stop yawning. And I'm going to see what her name is. It's stupid, I can't remember it. Marie. My goodness. Couldn't remember Marie. So that was a good shot. Not 100% sure if that's what that she was told to do and what she was trying to do, but it doesn't matter because it worked. Now she calls timeout, and we're looking at a really tough hit here onto the 8 ball. And in APA, the only foul that matters is scratching on the 8 ball. It's a loss. Everything else, you keep shooting. It's no problem. So that's what I'm telling her is we're going to go this way. We're going to try to hit it. Realistically, probably not gonna, but so we're going to try because it was really close as it was. So I tell her just call the pocket. You're gonna go for the shot. Chances are you don't make it, but you only hit this hard enough to hit the 8 ball because if you hit it any harder, you could scratch. And we don't want that. So this is a anything but scratch shot. Man, can't quit yawning. Need more coffee. That's what I need. Stay off energy drinks. They're bad. I just do coffee and water and stuff like that now. Now, this girl does really good here. Because I'm thinking, just the odds of how she's been shooting, or the looking at how she has been shooting, how many balls are left on the table. Of course, my thought is, yes, Jennifer's going to get another shot before she makes all her balls. And I'll go ahead and tell you right now, I was wrong. This is a good little run. Both of those, fairly simple shots, but this shot, keep in mind, this is a skill level 2. And you have a ball sitting in a pocket, and she goes this route, and look what happens. This is impressive. It's pretty as you please, cuts that thing in. Now me, I'm shooting that 10 ball first because when they're that close, I don't like relying on hitting and pulling shape down there. I would rather shoot the 10 and then go up and down off of the 11. That's the way I like to play. But she does this. And look at that. So, by all accounts of what you just saw, this is the game, right? I mean, it's sitting right there. And, right? The ball's that close, there's no way we ever miss. Isn't that what we think? But it's possible. It's my team captain all in the way there. He's learned some situational awareness. Go stand somewhere else. There you go. Get out of the frame. We've got a game to play. And she gets nervous still. It'll cause her to miss some shots. And see, she's already got it's straight in. This game's over. So, do we know? Do we know? We don't know until that ball either falls or it doesn't. And that's the thing. I've won many games off of shots that the other person missed, and I've given many games on shots I should have made. So, never take it for granted. Just get in your chair or stand up, whatever you're doing. But as we like to say, sit in your chair and just be relaxed. If they win, shake their hand. And I don't remember which shot wins the game here. Might be this one, might not be. and was not. Any of these, honestly, are the shots I expect the game to end on. When you leave them the toughest you've left them the entire game, and you think you're good, and they'll just smash that ball right in the pocket. There's an ongoing thing. I'll play that defense and put the cue ball on the end rail up there, and leave the 8 ball over the 9, roughly where that one is. And I've played 2s, and that just banking in on me, thinking I played a good defense, and I'm racking. So how she called that pocket? That's right. I remember the shot now. It's an interesting choice because I would have banked it. Because there's a good chance of scratching, and the fact that you're moving it towards the pocket for your opponent if you miss. And it is odd for the shots that Jen does miss. She's remarkably good at these. And these get some really good players and make them miss. But she did really good on that shot. Kept the cue ball from scratching. Everything she needed to do. So I can do this one. Boom. There we go. 1 point. So now, she's going to 2. So she's on the hill. So if Taylor wins, then it'll be hill. If Jennifer wins, it's over. So that is the good thing about the game format and 8-ball. If it does go hill with 2 skill level 2s, it does tend to take a while. But if one of them wins 2 in a row, it's usually fairly quick, or relatively quick, I should say. But that's also the problem with 2 7s playing, is they're both racing the 5, and if it goes hill there, well, you're on your 10th game. And if it gets defensive between 2 higher levels, that could be an hour-and-a-half match. I've had one of them like that, which I like as far as playing it, but I don't like when you've got 5 matches you got to play in a night. That can take up some time. See there, she didn't get quite as good a break. She did get very fortunate, though, with where that cue ball landed. Came right back up into the pile there. So this is a thinker. Let's see what happens if I do this. We can speed it up for a second. There we go. I like this. Speed it up while she's looking around. Then I'll slow it back down. She makes her decision. I don't know if you ever recorded and gone back and watched yourself. I'm a fairly fast player. So in my mind, during game time, I feel like I've taken forever, and I'll record it, and I'll come back and watch it, and it'll be like 5 seconds, but it'll have felt like an eternity while I was playing. I like this control right here. Lets me speed it up and slow it down real fast. Okay, there we go. And she gets fortunate here. Now, of course, she could have taken that ball in the pocket, but I've coached her to leave your ducks until you need them. So she was trying to do just that, develop that down there before she took the easy shot. Like I said, she got very fortunate and leaves her ball in the pocket off of what she shot and got another shot. Then she scratches there. And let's see. Got hand. I do a lot of hand talking, but Get back up. That's weird. So here we have ball in hand. Try to make our best decisions, and I'll always try to go towards your next ball as natural as you can. Because when a lot of times when we're lower skill level, we're just going to put straight in and hit it, which sometimes is fine. But see, there is where she's got to learn which direction that ball is going off of the angle she set it up on. Because if she would have set it just a little differently, she would have at least had the 3 or the 5 or the 6 or the 4. But where she set it, she landed just basically in no man's land where there's just no good shot. So that's one thing we got to learn early on is about, especially when you got ball in hand, place that thing where you know you're going to go towards your next shot. All right, so she's moving around a little bit. Most of the stripes are out in the open. Do have that 10-15 tied up on the bottom rail or top rail in the video, but I can't remember if she does a combo here or just shoots that 12 in the corner. And we bring that collapsible bridge with us. Highly recommend that if you're playing, because a lot of these houses now either they don't carry a bridge at all or they're pretty janky. You know, you don't know what type of bridge head they're going to use for one, and I've seen them where they're wobbly and like just a screwed in the end of an old pool cue, which works, but if thing's not tight, it's weird. And then some of them, you got some of those weird shaped bridge heads. I've just been so used to the old standard, the moose antlers or whatever you guys want to call them. That's basically what I call them, because it gives you all the different levels, and it works. And it's one of those. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So there was no reason to improve on something that already works. But there are those that you can swivel, get taller. That's good. So it's easier to shoot over a ball like the full length table. Or I've got a 3D printer here. I've printed a finger bridge, which I haven't really used, but it cost a few cents to print it. No big deal. But in theory, it would be good for somebody who has an unsteady front hand to be able to put that down on the table. It's right out here. I might grab it in a minute. Probably won't. But I have yet to use it as far as in a game, in a match, or anything like that. I've played around with it, and I could see a benefit from it. But so this is okay. She tried to bank. So I like what Jen does here. Now, this isn't one of those to learn the speed, because it starts out good, but then where the ball rolls to, it's you didn't gain anything out of it. And I'm not harping on it, but this is the thing. If you hit that with just what we call pocket speed, then that 10 stays over there by the pocket instead of coming right back on top of the 15 like it did. So we do want to be mindful of those, and speed. Learn that speed of where do I, and focus on that one ball. If don't worry about the cue ball in that situation. Just get that ball where you want it. And of course, I'm talking as low level player. Like I say, if you're playing a higher level player, you always want to be mindful of where your cue ball is going to be, because that's everything. If you give them a shot, that may be all it takes, just that one shot. Okay, so made a good hit on her 7. I think she was probably shooting a 5 though, and just missed it. You do that a lot until you learn. I mean, I still do it, and I've been playing 30 years. still do it. And I'm super happy every time I do. You know that's true, right? Mm. Can't remember what she does here, but if it's me, I'm shooting that 7 ball because it's the only thing that's tied up. Can't. I guess that's the 2 with it, maybe. But those 2 are the only 2 balls of hers that are tied up. So you shoot it with the ball in hand, it's going to benefit you. You know, she also has the one in the corner up here, and you know, it's that ball's sitting there ready for the taking. 3 balls out in the open. So that's why I say you shoot, you break up your cluster right there in the middle, and you don't have to worry about it. But you know, she made the 7 ball. That was a good shot. So she waited and got that. And then so she still has, no, I think she took from the 1 by that 9. That's right. But then this. Very unfortunate. But it happens. That's the match. Jennifer gets 2 points. And you know, it's the way it goes sometimes. Is you win on the other player's mistake, and other times you win because you made the 8 ball. Jennifer's first match, she didn't even shoot at the 8 ball, and she won it. So that does happen. But see, there we go. We got a 30-minute video here of 2 lower skill levels playing. You can look at a lot of things they did and see how either they did it well or how they could have improved on it. And you can apply that to you, no matter what your skill level is. You can see something from these players and apply it to your game. And you know, it's what this is all about. Help each other grow. We can learn from lower skill levels as much as they can learn from us. So just keep playing, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching. I have magically changed shirts to bring something I forgot to tell you. I plan to post every Monday night at 8 p.m. A new video like this, and because we play twice a week, so it'll be easy to do. And we'll bring you a mix of the skill levels. Not always be low level, not always be high level. We're gonna mix it up, and then I will establish another time and day of the week that I will post the other content, and I will update you when I decide what day that'll be. So, thank you for watching.